Yes, sir.
Hey, we're videoing each other! Video you first!
Here we are again out at the Shiner Brewery on the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. A lot of things going on out here. We've got people parking over here, parking over there. There's food, there's tours. There's a tour of a distillery. I didn't even know they had a distillery. People are still lined up to pick up their merch and their registration. The weather is cooperating. And with me right now, we've got Barrett.
Yes, sir.
And Barrett has got this really cool 55 Chevy here. And he's going to show us all about that. He's over from Edna. He drove it over here from Edna, which isn't too far, I don't think.
No, it's about a 45-hour. From here to Edna is about a 45-minute hour.
Closer than Corpus Christi that we were talking about.
Way closer.
So tell us about this classic looking hot rod. You've got a lot of old school hot rod parts on here, and it makes it look really cool. Let's start with the engine.
So the engine was a pull-out engine of a truck we worked on at the shop. The customer had us pull it out of their truck because it was smoking. Upon putting their new engine in, we realized it was actually the transmission that was the issue. So we held on to the core motor for a special project, and it just so happens this was it. We got a few other things. We've got some fender well headers. We've got the power booster that was originally on our four-door build. We upgraded that to Hydro Boost, so we had this laying on the shelf, so we stuck that on here. The transmission was a deal we made with a buddy, a scrap truck. He wanted the motor, I needed the transmission, so I pulled it out, gave him the motor, I got the transmission, so it worked out for both of us.
What a deal.
The rear end came out of our original four-door build. We upgraded that rear end, and we had some issues with this one, so we stuck it on here so we can make the tour. The radiator was given to us by a good friend actually yesterday right before the kickoff party. A good friend Steve Glenn gave us that radiator, so we were able to make this trip. My OE original 55 radiator had sprung a leak, so it wasn't going to cut it.
So tell me about this forced induction system. I mean, this is definitely old school.
Yes, sir. So it's a B&M 144 forced induction blower, however you will. It is sitting on a custom modified high-rise intake, and it's got a custom billet adapter, which will pretty much allow anything with a 4-barrel carb intake will accept this blower with the proper modifications to make it plain for the belt system. The fans and the fuel pump were both from my late uncle's 55 Chevy. He passed away. He'd give me these parts before he passed, and we've had them on the shelf looking for something cool to put them on, so went ahead and ran them on here. Utilized some of these parts we've got laying around. It's got a quick fuel carburetor. It's a turbo 400 transmission, 305 rear gears.
I keep coming back to this B&M blower because it just now you're getting into my age stuff.
Yes,
but
sir.
The way it's machined right here, and it's made to clear this water.
Yes, sir. So naturally, when you get these intake or these blowers, they usually come with a very short intake, which don't allow for much airflow to actually happen past the blower. So that's why this was originally cut out for the water net, because it used to sit right on top of it. But now that we're running this intake, it's moved it up.
And you've got this plate here as
yes,
well.
Sir. Yes, sir.
So if it was just a standard 4-barrel aluminum intake, instead of, I guess you would call this a medium rise?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm just fascinated because you're getting into stuff that I know a little bit about.
As far as the engine, it's pretty much stock from what I can tell. It does have a mild cam in it.
You got disc brakes up front.
Yes, sir. The disc brakes we had purchased for our 4-door build, but we didn't realize when we ordered them that they will not work with drop spindles. So we've had those on the shelf just sitting there collecting dust. So we got rid of the drum brakes on here and upgraded to those just to give us a little bit more stopping. You got to add a little bit better brakes when you're adding more power.
True, true. Now, so you've got the drop spindles on it.
No, not on this one.
Not on this one.
We ordered that brakes originally for my 4-door, but we put drop spindles on that car, so we couldn't use them on there. So they're pretty much just collecting dust. We've got the rain gear hidden wiper system on it, just to give us some extra clearance for the blower and the distributor. Normally the OEM wiper motor would sit about here, and it's just real big and bulky. So rain gear makes a pretty slick system, very easy to install. A couple bolts here. It's got a little delete plate. What else? So the tachometer was also from my late uncle's 55. He gave me that. I've had that thing for probably 10 years trying to find something to stick it in.
So all these parts you're getting from these people?
From friends, family, parts we've had sitting on the shelf. Yeah, we named it spare parts, and it's literally 90% of the stuff on here is spare parts. We did spend some money where needed. We did put a new painless harness in it. We did put new brake lines on it.
And the wiper system and things.
Yeah, wiper system. Necessity stuff.
Yeah.
Tires. I mean, we wanted to go down the road, but we wanted to make sure we were going to get to where we were going.
Right, and the disc brakes up front are going to help you stop.
Yes, sir.
Drum brakes on the back?
I'm sorry?
Just drum brakes on the back?
It's got disc brakes on the back as well.
Oh, disc brakes
all
so
around? We had this rear end under my 4. Hey, look up there. How did you get way up there?
They're so fast. Some of them are fast.